Hello peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries. My name's Russ. We're playing Final Fantasy 16 and it is part 65. Right, we finished it yesterday. We've come to this new village and we've got to go and see the Dominic, whatever they call the icon anyway. We've made friends with the shopkeeper and the blacksmith. Got a little bit of new gear.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
Hey, shiny. Something down there, I don't know what they are. I've got my limit break up, so don't need to step out of the ordinary. There's a path there. Oh well.
Get him! Over here! Go!
Good old Tuckle.
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother? Did you have to ask? What?
Shiny. How you all doing today anyway? I hope you're all well. Got something down here. What the hell are these? What the? A Tunbury creeper. Okay.
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it
They
seems.
don't like fires. Another shiny up there. Grab that. Pretty sure we'll end up going down these side routes again at some point, so I'll not bother with it. Oh, here we go. I knew it was too good to last. Okay, let's go and get them.
This one! This one!
Right, so we carry on. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Which way we got to go? Don't matter. Went the right way? No, I'm going back. Bloody hell, get turned around fighting. Is it just me? Shiny.
I can smell the sea. It's not far now.
Oh, come on. Right. I thought somebody was coming from the side then. What we got here?
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline
Shiny.
north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
I can see another shiny down there. Oh, we've got a teleport point thing. You know what I
Might
mean.
inquire about the ray of light.
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
Made short work of them again. If they'd have left us alone. Oh, I'm not bothered about the tortoise. It's not a hunt beast. Yeah, there we go. Obelisk.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right.
And see it now.
It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
I thought that was one of those, like those mother tower things, but no, that's the actual wave, frozen in time. Yeah. When you were that far away, when you was over at the other headland, you couldn't tell. Oh, all right. So we're not walking there then. Okay, we'll travel there. Whatever. Well, I was here already. Why did it tell me to travel? Come on, map. Oh, it wants me to travel there. I didn't move it across. I could be a right dickhead at times, can't I? Oh, it's probably why you watch. Hey, come and watch this fat dickhead, fat Yorkshire dickhead. Oh, he cocks it right up. Hey ho. He must have been saying goodbye, because that's why he gave a big wave. I'll get me caught.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept.
I was going to wonder when he was
You
going
and
to
the villagers
speak.
often come this way.
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walyus's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Oh, just going to write down the time then. To cut out the bloody thing. I've got nothing running in the background. Got nothing being uploaded to the internet.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
I just did it to see if a beast would appear. Sometimes when you get to a
Look
certain
at all the droplets of water suspended
Point.
in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No.
I'm
It's
concerned
not.
that when we get into a big battle though, it's going to freeze properly. And it spoils the battle. Well, for one, you don't know what the hell's happening. Because it's still going on in the background.
There. Up ahead.
Wow.
Down in the center. Follow me.
Oh.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Go on then, Clive, it's up to you, son.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Oi. Don't like that.
It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me,
Ooh, I've got a new one.
but something's wrong.
Oh, here
He
we
wasn't
go.
just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Right, power water. Tuning with life not only changes the elemental aspect of magic spells, allows access to several new abilities. Serpent's Cry can summon a spitting sea serpent. Pressing X in this stage will launch a tidal torrent. Multiple bursts of water capable of forcibly knocking back smaller creatures. Or pressing Y will fire a powerful jet of water. It depletes your tidal gauge. Can be refilled quicker by pressing B. While using Serpent's Cry, pressing right button again while dodging will cause Clive to roll in the air, extending the dodge even further. Not bad. Right.
Leviathan!
No, just an eggy. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends. Farewell. All yours, Torgal. Go, Torgal. Over here.
Down.
Torgal, kill. You're finished.
I'll be fine now.
Now, Torgal. It's over.
Come on, finish it off.
Go, Torgal. All yours, Torgal.
I think we did it. Quite powerful, that water. Aqueous orb. Using crafting. I thought it was an easy easy one, but
Is
I
everyone all right?
don't think you would get an
He
easy one.
seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. And he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
Another
The
dominant.
child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
Nah, never is simple, is it?
Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
Oh, another achievement. Awaken the storm. Do I use it? Was pretty powerful, that thing. If I get used to aiming that jet of water, I kept pressing the wrong button. Excuse me.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Right,
Of course.
to the Witten Hall it is.
Look daar, the trees weg. Do you think they saved Valiant?
I'll have a look at setting my abilities up in a bit.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity.
This tapestry.
Is our story, the one that brought us here. After
Interiors.
generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own mother crystal.
Oh, not again.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity.
What could go wrong?
Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple.
Oh, here we go.
It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Well, if they're water-based beings, fire won't do much good, would it? Electricity would.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Got another quest.
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
So you got some more stuff?
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
Compare. It drops down, but can...
Till next time, then.
No, I haven't finished yet.
What is it you want?
I'm not going to equip it.
There.
Right, I don't need to do anything else.
A good tide to you.
This quest.
I can't.
Just
Try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
Like what?
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have
Yeah, because
caused
she couldn't walk
this.
round the
I
corner
want
and
to
ask
find
him
out what.
herself.
The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long.
All right, I'll let you off.
So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Right. Pavat.
Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fannet asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Right, go
For
and speak
ceaseless
with
rail,
Brazier.
guide thy bounty. Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavat tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together after his
Excuse
illness.
me.
His illness. Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods.
And what about it?
Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Ah, don't mention it. What? And when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
Bloody lazy buggers, aren't they? It's already across the
See
pond.
what the healer makes of this.
Could do it himself. Alright, off we go. The Final Fantasy's full of lazy buggers. It took me 10 seconds. Couldn't come over here himself and say thanks. Hope you get better soon, pal.
I spoke with Word, but she
You
couldn't
lazy
tell me
fucking
anything.
bastard.
Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Lazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then...
And then...
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there, and if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
They're not them.
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast.
Do they change
I beg
into
you,
Tomberries?
Make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Bastard things. All the fish right out of them.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Got another one.
Ty, take me. What am I gonna do? You've got to help me. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Eh? Oh, sorry. I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back. Would you help me find him?
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are two cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains, the, ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well.
Right, I'll not prioritise it because I've got the other one
One cairn by the ships,
prioritised.
another by the river. Better get moving.
Hail, stranger.
Hey, you alright, Manda?
Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine gall and wet beak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before. him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. How could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Well, we'll do that one later.
Before we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then.
Just check this one here.
Well, here's the cairn. But no sign of Nassef. To the riverbank, then.
Hang on, she said we'd got to go left, didn't she? Map. Yeah, we're going right way.
If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
Right, so this is the temple.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you.
This one.
Got him. Right, we'll get the offering. Then we'll go and find this guy.
Let's see what's on this altar then. A silver chain. I doubt the Tombury's made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
More little mysteries we've not been told about. No. Right. carry on down to the... Or was it the beach we gotta go? Leave the tortoise. Went wrong way. Another quest. Right, back up and then turn right and then right again. Shiny up there. Excuse me, just grab that one.
There's a large gate up ahead, and beyond it, a cluster of ancient ruins. The temple, or the Heir of Hours as my people call it, can only be reached by passing through them.
Right, we're going back that way later anyway, so...
Who have we here? I'm looking for a man named Nassef.
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the cans. Wait, you didn't think I was him, did you? Sorry, mate, I'm just out to gym myself a few ibexes. What do you want with the lad, anyway?
His friend, Katav, asked me to look for him. Apparently he ventured out to work on one of these cairns and didn't return.
Well, that is a worry.
You're a hunter, yes? You must know the woods as well as anyone. Can you think where he might have gone?
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted thing got washed away a few moons back. Our carpenter only recently had time to rebuild it. But if I remember rightly, there is another cairn on the far side. Maybe he decided to visit that one while he was here.
Travel point?
Maybe. It's worth a look, certainly. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'll keep an eye out too. Perhaps he just got delayed or something.
Let's hope so.
Right, can we crack on? Shine it. We gone.
This must be the bridge the hunter was talking about.
Yep. Where's the cairn? Get rid of these. Like that. No cairn. Ah.
Stay away, damn you! Hold on!
Right, that's how we're doing on time. Yeah, we'll get back to the base. They're done. Then just the chocobo one to do before we head for the temple.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the tributary's guest.
Excuse me.
Must be Nassef.
I am? But how do you know that?
Your friend Katav asked me to look for you when you didn't return.
Ah, I'm sorry. I was so focused on attuning the cairn, I didn't see those creatures coming till it was too late.
How exactly do they work?
Oh, there are crystals inside. They're what keeps the glamour going. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel. It's my job to make sure that doesn't happen.
And an important job it is. But you'll struggle to do it if you're dead. You need to take more care.
Yeah, no arguments there. The truth is, me and Katav usually work together, watching each other's backs like. But when we heard outsiders were coming, we split up to get the job done faster, so things would be perfect for your arrival. Stupid, I know.
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did. My arrival seemed to put them off their dinner.
Mustn't have been hungry after all. Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then, Nassef. Woods are full of nasties today.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us. You saved my life. It's only right I repay you.
If you insist. Take care now.
Right, back to the village. Yep. Do this one speak to that doctor?
I thought I'd lost you, but you saw to it that I was found. Thank you. Nassef told me everything. If you hadn't got there when you did. Oh, it doesn't bear thinking about.
All that matters is that you're safe. Far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but don't go alone again.
Or if we have to, maybe we should think about casting the glamour on ourselves to keep the wildlife from spotting us.
That'd work.
It'd take its toll, of course, but it'd beat letting the cairns fall and having to weave the entire spell from scratch. Imagine if we had to do that. I'd rather not. Would only succeed in adding 2 new piles of stone to the collection.
Your bearers?
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the crystals in the cairns the same way we can. Reckon this place would be doomed without us.
So, you do this work for the good of your people? Not because...
We're forced to. No. From what I've heard of the way things work on the outside, we were truly blessed that our reign fell here in Mysidia. Our people are few enough as it is. If we started turning on each other, kin against kin, over nothing but a stupid accident of birth, our days would be numbered.
That's true.
They would.
Anyway, all's well that ends well, eh? Thanks to you, both of us live to keep this place hidden another day.
Okay, right, go see the doctor. Then we're done. Silver penning can be traded. Okay.
Bastard things.
Right, Doc, where are you? Oh, Amanda's father.
You one of the outsiders?
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say it no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic goat or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
Alright, so I'm going to have to go to Martha's Rest. Where's the doctor?
You're back. Well, did you find anything?
I did. This silver chain.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it doing here? And why would the Tomberries be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomberries are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tombury curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
I beg your pardon?
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions.
Taking longer than I thought.
He told us that when he journeyed to Sandbreck, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Grieger's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now. Let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present, and that means finding a way to break the curse.
Got a brew.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I shall.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this.
So this is going to be an ongoing
It's a gatherer's
quest.
charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no chance of spotting otherwise. If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I can make you some decent gear with it. If you're interested, like.
I am, thank you. And I'll be sure to pay you a visit. Until then, I wish your father a swift recovery.
Yeah, there's going to be a part 2 to that one, isn't there? Okay. We'll check out those in a bit. Next episode. Oh, I suppose we could quickly do it now, can't we? I've got a minute. Obtained a design draft for serpent rings, accessories, enhance Leviathan's iconic abilities. Obtained an adder stone. Right. Shall we have a look?
What is it you want?
Tumbury knife. Not bad. Reduce or cool down times. I can't use them yet.
Till next time, then.
Right, let's get it saved. Got a lot to do next episode. Overwrite. Got to sort out as fighting stuff because that water one looks quite powerful. And then return to desktop. Right, peeps, whatever you're up to today, as always, stay safe. And until next time, I'll see thee.